What's up, YouTube? Just starting this out. I'm gonna wait a minute to see if anybody joins in before I really get into it. And hope y'all are doing good out there. Today is supposed to be my attempt at doing my handstand that I have not done in 8 months or more, a little over 8 months at this point. I haven't even attempted it. Y'all, excuse my face. I've been breaking out real bad lately. One, I need to hydrate more. And two, it's just hormones, and that's what happens. I'm working on it, which is why I've been working on my gut health and things like that. And I was doing really good. But this past week or so, it's been a struggle. And also, I've just been lax with some of the things that I was eating. So, getting back to it, I have my own protocol that I'm going to be doing, and I'm actually excited about it. And then I also picked up, I had a friend, she had a birthday this weekend. And so we were down like Northern Virginia area and stopped at this library, and they had some books for sale. This was on the shelf. Sean Stevenson, I really like him. Follow him for a couple of years now. Check his stuff out. And this is one of his books, Eat Smarter. I have the audiobook, but sometimes it's just nicer to have the physical copy in your hands. The only thing is I travel a lot, so it's been hard, but audiobooks come in handy a lot with that. But when I can, I'll get the physical book. And last year, I didn't read a lot of books. I obviously put out my own book this year called The Way of the Seeker, right here, if you didn't know. This is actually the only hard copy that's out right now. But this is my book, bornvital.com. You can get it there. You can find it on Amazon as well. But I put my own book out, and so I was working on that and life and just everything else last year. And so this year, though, I want to read at least 2 books per quarter. I don't want to do too much. I had in the past did the whole thing of like, I want to read a book a month, or I want to read like this many books this year, or whatever it was. And I would hit the goal, but it's like, did I actually retain that information? And at what point, like, does it even matter if I read it? It's just, yeah, I hit that goal, but is it really helping anything? And so I just started to, and other people have talked about this after a while, ones that I call like mentors that I really study specific people and their lifestyle and like all the ways that they live their life and everything, not just in the specific area that they teach, but also just who they are and how did they get to that point and all these things. And there's certain people that I only look at what they teach in that one specific area, but there's a handful of people that I would call a mentor, and I watch their stuff, I consume their books and everything like that. And so then I got to the point where instead of reading 12 books a year or whatever it was like, I'm just going to do 1 book, or I'm going to do 2 books. Like I said, this year the goal is 2 per quarter, so every 3 months. I have 2 books, and I've already planned those in advance. I do have some that I've snuck in, and this past quarter, or this first quarter, it's about to end. But I've actually finished my 2 books very fast. And so I've just been sitting with no book, and I reread my book and everything. So I'm going to make some edits to that. But I picked this one up, so I'm going to start this one. Like I said, I picked it up at the library, got it for $4. So check out your public libraries. Sometimes they are selling books. And I said all that to say that now, instead of setting a goal to read a certain amount of books, I have a goal to enhance my skills or to work on certain skills or a specific area of focus. And so I would only consume books in that realm, in that theme, in that industry, whatever it is for that skill. And I would also, 1, get the best out of that area, and then 2, take the 1 book and really, really get into it and consume only that book for a period of time until I really understand it. And sometimes it means stopping at a certain place and just putting the book down for a while. Sometimes it means rereading that chapter over and over again. Some people, I think even Bob Proctor talks about how he has like one of those book stands where he did. Bob Proctor still with us? I can't remember. I don't think he is. I think he passed last year or something like that. And he has like a book stand where you would set your book on it and you keep it open to a certain page, and you consume, like, you really, what is it? I'm looking for a word. Be consumed. I don't think that's what I'm looking for, but either way, you really get into it, really study what it's saying. So instead of just reading, we're studying. We're absorbing that information on a different level. So that's what I've been doing with books now. So instead of just reading it straight through to say that I read it and I got that information or whatever, I would start to, like, I could read the whole book and then I would go back and pick certain sections. Let's say if you highlighted it, or I'll leave certain markers in there, things like that, and really just go back and consume that specific information until I really understood it. As people say, the understanding that they say is really absorbing it and having an understanding of what that is, what it's really saying. And at that point, that's when you get into more of like, I would call like mastery, or the real practice of that skill. Instead of just having the information, you're actually practicing it. You're absorbing it, and then you're implementing it. And so I would then take that information that I've learned from there and then research deeper into that specific area of information. And so that's what I do now, which is why I don't say like I'm going to read 12 books in a year, because that's a lot of information. So I would like to just find a couple of them and really just absorb what's in that book over a period of time and give myself that time and that space to do that. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. Eat Smarter. That's what I'm reading. It relates to the area of gut health, of health in general. And I also listen to Sean Stevenson, the author of this book. And so I would watch some of his podcasts on YouTube. I also follow him on social media. So now I'm getting that information consistently. And I am creating my own algorithm to be the area of focus that I want it to be, especially for this time period. And I'll follow and unfollow certain people because I only want my timeline to show certain things. And we can craft that. Sometimes we can't, sometimes things pop up, but we do have the ability to follow certain people, to unfollow them. So I use that to my advantage when I can, when I'm in the season of learning and growth like that. So I have certain categories of focus. And last video, I talked about reverse engineering. So let's say I have my 10-year goal, or 5-year, 2-year, 1-year, whichever one it is. If I have my 1-year goal, I just reverse engineer. And so then I break that down into 3-month sections. So then you would have 4 of those. And for each of those, I would have smaller goals that will lead me to that ultimate goal. And then I would start with where I'm at. So then at this point, for these 3 months, what is that goal, that smaller goal? And then from there, the baby steps. What can I do each month that are like milestones that are pretty specific with the number to it? It helps. And that's my only focus. And so I break that down. I've talked about how January 1st is not my new year. March 20th, the spring equinox, is more so of that. Between there and April, beginning of April, is more of a new year for me. And so that's right now. And so it's reevaluating things. I wish I had my journal that I had. I have one of them, but my other one that I had before this one, I don't have it with me. It's in storage. And so usually I would review that to see what I've learned over the year and kind of condense it down to some information. And then I would share it on here, share it on my social media. And also it would just be helpful for me as far as growth and learning from different things. And so then I would just take that information with my goals that I have now and adjust things. Where do I need to improve? What did go right? These different things. What can I double down on that did go right? And then I have my categories of focus. So I have a main theme for the year. I have categories of focus, which would be what I want to learn and educate myself on or build my skills in, and what I need to focus on, like in my personal life, what I need to focus on in my professional life. So again, skills with business or the job or whatever that is professionally, what brings in income and what will further my professions. And so then I would just break those down and what do I want in those areas, what I want to see. And like I said, I would have different categories of focus with that. Like, do I want to be more consistent? Do I need to simplify things in those areas? Do I need more education in those areas? Or do I need to just do the work? stop talking about it and do the work. So I kind of look at those areas of my life. I do a life audit of sorts and reevaluate. And then from there, I set in the new goals to be more specific. And then I started to implement it and put it into my daily practice, my habits that I do, my rituals. Some people are triggered by that word, but most, if not all of us, have rituals. We just call them something different, like habits. We have practices. We have things that we do ritualistically. It's a routine. And so I just implement certain habits in place that will be compounding over a period of time to give me results. And the thing is, I just reverse engineered from what I do want. Things will look different. I will adjust. Things may take longer. It is okay. But I do know the direction that I'm going to go in. Yo, my hair. I washed it last night. So I haven't done it yet, which is why I'm looking like this. But I'm on here. We doing this live, like I said I would do, on Wednesdays. And so that's what's happening. So anyway, reading a book. This is one of the books I'm reading for this next quarter that we're going into. And I have another one that I'm going to be reading. I have my categories of focus on the skills and professional and personal areas that I'm going to be working on as well. And yeah, so just going into this new year with those things in place. I've also used, some people might not like this, but I did use AI to create a roadmap of my goals to show me visually what that looks like. And this is helpful for what people would call future authoring. So this is like taking your visualization for manifestation to another level. And because some people can't even visualize images in their mind, which is kind of crazy to me. But some people can't. Some people don't even have that voice in their head. And so you have like that narration or that conversation or however you want to say it. And so in order to visually see the future that you want, because you need to fully feel it in your body and hold that for a period of time, this is how you can quantum leap or jump to these things, because you want to hold those feelings as if you were actually there. It helps you to actually see the thing. If you can't visualize it in your mind, and even if you can, it's just easier to feel those emotions and feel like you're actually there if you can see it. So to create an image that will give you those emotions, or that will remind you of what it is, or that will help your imagination get going. Because now once you see that home that you want, or that car, or that job, or that creation that you're making, that art that you're making, you see yourself actually in the act of doing those things. It helps you then get into the storyline. It helps you create the story. Because before, you're still creating, like, what does it even look like? What would I be wearing? What's around me? What are the sounds? Like all these things. So you're just structuring it. And if you have to do that every time, you're taking up that time and space and energy doing that. When if you just have the visual of it, that's already done. The world, what is it called? World view? It's not world view. What is it? When people create games and movies and storylines, it's the, I can't remember the word. The world, the structure of the world that the characters are in. And so if you've already created that world, then the character just steps into the world and maneuvers through that. So if we're creating that world with the image that we see already, then we can pick up the story from there. And we could say, oh, this person would pick this up, and then they would do that. And then they would take a sip of this. And then hopefully, I don't know what just happened. I don't know if it was connection. I'm hoping this is picking me up where I stopped at. It said it would. The screen changed to a completely different screen. I have no idea what's happening. Hopefully, I'm picking up where I left off. And I don't remember where I left off. I washed my hair last night, and I'm going to retwist it. Just haven't gotten to it yet. I had a great weekend. Was gone all weekend long, and so I am back here to catch up on things. Like I said, I got this book. Hopefully, you saw that, and working on some things. Really, the whole big part about this video this week was me doing my handstands for the first time in about 8 months or more. And so I'm just gonna get right to it. I'm not gonna make this long today. I got things I'm working on. As you can see, work day Wednesday. I am working still. And so I got some things I need to do. And then once I complete these, then I'll do my hair. So next Wednesday, I'll look a little better than this. But this is real life. This is the real world. This is midday, hump day. And we're getting things done no matter what we look like, because whatever. It just is. It's life. It's all good. I just hope that, oh, this says 19 minutes, so maybe I didn't lose out. Good stuff. Okay, so let's get right into it. I am going to attempt these handstands. Hopefully I may have to lower this so y'all can see. And we're going to attempt this. I put on some pants. I've gained weight, and that's okay. It's okay. Because it will help show the journey. And so some of my clothes has gotten tight. In these pants, it feels like I'm wearing leggings at this point. I don't wear leggings. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So I want to go ahead and get this done so I can get out of these pants. Let's see. Need to lower this a little more. I can just adjust this. And to be honest, I did stretch a little bit over the last 7 days. Not like I wanted to consistently, and not like a full body, slow movement for 15 to 20 minutes. But I did get some good back stretches in because my back has been hurting me and all these things. But either way, I'm going to do a quick stretch. I'm not going to be able to say too much because I'm going to be further away from the camera. But hopefully you can hear me when I do say something. If not, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to stretch. And then I'm going to do some wall handstands. I guess I have to attempt a full-on handstand off the wall first so you can see where I'm starting at. And then I'm going to move to my wall handstands and just holding it on the wall for a period of time. I wish I could make this camera wider so that you can get the full effect. I could probably also just move you like okay, not gonna move the camera because apparently I'm just shorting the wire or what's happening, but we're struggling a little bit today, but it's all good. We're gonna do this. I'm there. I wish you could see a bit wider. Here, I'm gonna go live on TikTok real quick. So if you want to join me there, why did my message not send? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Let's go ahead and hit this. Oh, my goodness. All right. Ooh, I pulled up YouTube. We don't want YouTube. We're already on YouTube. I'm going to pull up TikTok so I can show a better angle. Say hi. Okay, TikTok, you're doing too much. I just want to hit go live. All right. Let's do this. We're going live. YouTube, TikTok, and hopefully this Wait, let me turn the lights on. Let me get this set up. Here we go. Wow, that's great. I can close this. All right. I'm attempting my handstands after 8 months of not doing any handstands. So, I mean, stretching is a good idea, especially if you're over the age of 30, 33, 35. Yeah. My back hurts, y'all. So, I should do a full-on stretch, but we're just going to do this real quick. Get this over with. As y'all can see, so TikTok can see my full stretch. You see how not... I mean, usually I can put my whole hands on the ground. My hands are, what, I don't know, at least 5 inches off the ground. Not hitting it. And you can see my legs are not straight. So this is where I'm starting at. Starting in place. YouTube, you can't really see too good. You can see the bend in my legs. It's not straight. So yeah, I need to straighten. I need to stretch more, but we're going for this. And I hope I don't poke myself. All right, here we go. I'm going to kick some stuff. I don't want to say nothing. I was traveling this weekend, so I got stuff I need to put away. All right. There's so much stretching that I do usually before I do a handstand. And it's been a while, y'all. It's been 8 months. Trying to stretch my wrists. Usually I stretch for like at least 10 minutes. Get loosened up. Prevent injury. What? Hey, how you looking at my butt? I'm looking at my butt. Oh boy, here we go. All right. Not horrible, but I'm stiff. That's for sure. All right. Whew. I definitely need to stretch more. Oh my. Sheesh. Yeah, I need to stretch. Yep. I washed my hair. So we look a little crazy, but this is supposed to be my 10th back in handstands after 8 months of not doing it at all. So now I'm going to get on the wall and just be inverted for a bit. Ooh, okay. I'm not trying to hold it like that. I'm just trying to get on the wall. Why can't I get up there? Oh my goodness. Oh, God. I feel heavy. I'm already tired, y'all. What was that? Not even like 5 minutes. Okay, TikTok. I'm on YouTube Live. You can find me on YouTube at Alchamentor, like my username is here. Lab, L-A-B. But I'm hot and tired already. Whew. I mean, good part. Muscle memory. My body has the structure, the base of it still. But I've gained weight, so I'm a bit heavier, and I haven't stretched. So, and today's not the best day to be doing this for me, but I had to show you all. I said I was, and I mean, this is the starting place, starting over with these handstands. So, all right, let me take a sip. I'll do one more time. Then I'm going to get off of here. No, that bathroom not open. How's she trying to come in here? I would, but I don't need y'all seeing her going to the bathroom. Don't hear. All right. I'm going to tip this one more time. Okay. So we get on the wall. Or do we just do a handstand right here? Okay. Glasses on. Oh, come on. Oh, I would get it, but I need to stretch my leg. Yeah, that's not going to be good if I don't stretch. Eesh. All right. A little stiff on that. Try one more time to get on this wall. Well, I mean, I held it. Okay, 8 months of not doing it. I still got a little something in me. Whew. All right, y'all. That was my attempt. I mean, I did it. That's good to know it's still there. I just need to stretch. Okay, just stretch, really. That's the main thing. Once I can stretch and get my body back in the flow of that, I mean, I can hold it. Obviously, I still got the form, which is good. I thought I would really be starting over completely, but this is the whole point and why I'm showing it as well. Like I said, I gained weight. I need to weigh myself again. I know last time I weighed myself, I think I was like 152 or something, which is bigger than what I normally am. And I feel like I probably gained more since then. Well, I went down and then got back up because I got sick. But showing this because, one, you're not actually starting over. When we feel like we're starting over, we're not actually starting over. Oh, YouTube, you can't see me. Here, let me see if I can do this. Okay, I forgot y'all looking down. But yeah, we're not actually starting over. We're just beginning again with the knowledge that we had when we stopped in the first place. Okay? So, we're not starting over completely. Feels like it. Sucks. Because you're like, I did all this work. Now what? But we've learned. Now we know where to start from. Now I know a lot of the basics of calisthenics and also handstands. So I know where to start from. I know the best exercises, the best stretches, the best starting points. So I just start to do those instead of having to guess and figure it all out again. I already did that 8 months ago. Well, it actually took me a year and a half, 2 years to be able to hold my handstand for 5 seconds. Go back and look at some of my old videos on my social media. I did track the journey. I started with handstands. where I put my head on the ground like that. It's like a yoga move. I didn't know it at the time. It was just something that I innately did, which is a lot of the things that I end up doing starts out just innately doing it, wanting to do it, kind of just happens. And I was just trying to have a little fun to my stretches. Yoga, I don't necessarily do it for yoga or yogic reasons. I do it for stretching because I'm getting older. I'm almost 40. Okay. So I started out doing headstands on my head. And then when I can hold that, because it's a lot of core movement, it's a lot of core, and then you put your legs up. When you can hold that, you're breathing, and you're holding that in your core too. I got that movement. Once I got that, then it was like, well, what can I do next? And it was actually a TikTok challenge thing where the person put their foot in the wall and they spun and kicked the other foot out. And I tried to do that. And then I would watch it back and my hands were too far out. So I started to structure it. And then I was like, wait a second. Can I do a handstand? I never thought about it before. Why would I want to do a handstand? I don't know. Never thought about it before. But then I did the headstand and I tried that challenge and I was like, wait a second. Can I do a handstand? Why not? Why wouldn't I try? So I started to just do it. Just try something new. Because one, it got me moving, made it more fun than just working out. And then I saw progress. I actually could hold the headstand. It was pretty cool to like see the world upside down. Inversion, it actually helps for a lot of things when you're inverted. Because we're like this so often, and this gravity, inertia, it pulls us down. So when we flip, that reverse, that inversion, does something to your body. We can go deeper into that later. But just doing that, showing myself that I could do something and seeing progress. And I tracked it by posting on my social media and recording it. And I could also see where I needed to adjust, which is why I recommend recording yourselves if you feel comfortable. Even if you don't post it, just record it because you can track your progress that way. And you're seeing it visually outside of yourself. Or have mirrors, which is why mirrors are good in gyms and things like that. Because if you look in a mirror, you're seeing it outside of yourself. You can see where you need to adjust, where you're a little bit weaker at, and we need to strengthen that. Okay, my hands are out a little too far. I need to pull them back. When handstand, your ears, you gotta move your shoulders. It's more of this movement. It's slight adjustments. I watched a video on Instagram a couple days ago, and this man, he was up teaching these girls, I think they were on a sports team or something. He had a mini baseball bat, and he would put it in their hand, and like the handle of the baseball bat down here, top part up here, and he would say, here, see if you can balance it. And they were like doing all this, and it was falling when they would try, and they were all looking here. And he said, all right, come back up, do it again, but look here. And they looked at the top of the baseball bat, and they could do it for longer. It didn't even look like it looked like they had practiced forever. And basically came down to where you focus. Where you focus. Are you focusing here? Are you focusing here? Sometimes we're focused here and we're like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? You're focused on the wrong thing. You might be doing the right thing, but your focus in that area is on the wrong thing. And when we change that, just that change, it makes it easier to do this. It's kind of crazy, but it could be the smallest things. But we're not seeing it because we're too focused in on this one thing, and this has to happen, and if it's not happening, then I'm not doing it right. Yeah. Anyway, I struggled with my handstands, and it took a year and a half, almost 2 years. And I have to go back and really see how long it really took for me to get the handstand. I could do the headstand, I got that, but then the handstand took so much longer. The headstand, I probably got that in like a month. If that, I just practice very often. Oh, Trenton, I don't know where you at, but what's up, Trenton? But yeah, so I just practiced the headstand, and it just was easy. And then it was like, wait, I could do this. What can I do next? Like, yes, okay, people are gonna say, oh, you're athletic, you're always like that, whatever. And that's why I'm like, I gain weight, but that's okay because I can show you my journey on losing that and building muscle and this and that. Instead of just showing you from where I'm at now, like already done and completed, because people are like, oh, you already have it easy. Da, da, da. Well, you don't know where somebody came from. You don't know the struggles and the other things that are against them because you're only seeing one side. But I've been an athlete most of my life, okay? But so have other people. And they've also had injuries, and I've had injuries. Like, I tore my MCL. I fractured both ankles in high school playing soccer. I still went to college and played soccer. Okay, tore my MCL in high school. It sucked because I couldn't play in the finals and the districts and things like that. And I was a captain on the team and all this, and I really wanted to play it. I couldn't do it. Yes, I played in college, but there was some issues with college academics and things like that. Doing too much of the lifestyle, partying, all these things. And then the effects of those things on my health after college. Because we can love to do something. We can love to go out and do these things, and it was cool for a period of time, but what are the effects of it? And one of my passions, the reasons why I share this information, is because a lot of parents, I want you to be able to keep it with your kids at an older age. A lot of people, when I traveled and went in my RV and started traveling like that, built out my van, I talked to older people and they're like, man, I wish I would have done this when I was younger. I wish I would have done it when I was younger, not waiting until I retire. Because now I'm old and I can't hike. Now I'm old and I can't really enjoy doing these things because it's painful to get up. It's painful to do this. So if we can prevent those things, if we can have a lifestyle that's conducive, that helps us to be able to move when we're older, then we can still do these things. We're still capable of doing these things. We don't need to rely so much on the systems, all the isms. Okay? This is one reason why I share this. Because, cliche, the children are the future. Before that, the parents, the home, it's important. If the parents are not right, it affects the kids. But then it also goes to DNA. It goes deeper, which is why I say holistic health, because it affects all the areas. And I say all that to say that just because I was an athlete doesn't mean that I may have it easier than others. My genetics, sure. But also there's others with genetics similar to mine that it may not come so easy to them. There's different things, environmental factors. There's a lot to it. But everybody has to start somewhere. Everybody's a beginner at some time. It doesn't mean to not do it or not to attempt it. And if you failed, it doesn't mean to just stop. If you really want it, you keep going. You just may need to focus on a different area. And once you focus on the area, then it makes the other area easier. Or you figure out where you were not doing it the right way. Like I would even the reason why I said I need to stretch, because the way I kick my legs up, I know I may not do it the best way, because there are fundamental ways to do these. Okay. And it comes down to a lot of like shoulder strength. But we would kick our legs when we try to do the handstand, kicking your leg up. But I'm going to pull a muscle doing that. And then when I come down, my leg hits the ground. And that's the thing with older people. And older, I mean like my age, like you're over the age of 30, you're over the age of 35, hitting 40 or more. Injury. Because you need insurance if something does happen, right? Or you got to come out of pocket. So we got to think about these things, but that stops us from doing certain stuff. But if we can stretch, if we build muscle, then it's easier for us to withstand impact. So it's very important to stretch. Like I said, I recommend yoga, but not because it's yogic and that type of thing, because it's very good stretching movements. It's a flow. It is about mobility instead of static stretching. Static stretching is you're not moving, you're just doing a static movement. But flow in more mobility is you're like moving while you're doing it. Like you do all the yoga poses, you may hold it for a second, then you come back down and you flow into the next one, and you breathe when you're doing it, instead of just like waiting to hurry up and rush through it. Because when I started to get older, before I even attempted the handstands, I was working out, lifting heavy and stuff. I love to work out. It was therapeutic to me. Go in there, put the music on blast, and just hit the weights. And that's cool. But sometimes, again, when you start to get older, you need to stretch. You have to stretch to prevent injury. But you don't just not do something because you might get injured. You just prevent the thing from happening and do the things you can. Collagen. Okay? We take certain supplements. We eat certain foods to help produce and to help your body work, right? So even if we do get a strain, even if when it does happen, our body is able to heal itself faster. We don't have a long recovery time. Rest is so important. Sleep is so important. But also what you eat. Again, it's all encompassing here. Yes, you may get an injury because hey, what's up? Trent, is that you texting me? But yes, for sure, listen to music while you work out. That's for sure. Off top. But like when you get older, thank you for watching. It's good to see you. As you get older, we have to stretch, and we can't say because of injury I'm not going to do this thing, or because I'm bigger I can't do. There are some people who weigh so much and they can do handstands. They weigh like 250 pounds or something, and they can still do handstands. It's once you start doing it, you realize like the breathing. You got to be able to breathe, and you have to hold that balance for a period of time. Like it makes you focus on different things. And switching from just lifting weights to something like that, more calisthenics and things, is different because we start to plateau. We're not seeing results. It's good to switch it up. But again, stretching is so important. The basics. It's the basics. It's basics. Stretch. Eat the good foods. Whole foods. And sleep. And then get outside in nature. Walk. Breathe the fresh air. Okay. And move your body some kind of way. Move your body. Like I said, I just chose to do handstands because it got me moving. Because at a certain point, just lifting the weights wasn't doing it for me. I mean, I would do it, and I enjoyed doing it, but I needed something else to add. And so I just added practicing handstands. Because that's a full body movement. Like that motion, and then you're holding your whole body weight. That's a full body movement. So it works you out real fast. Okay? But I'm just saying, from the start of this, the whole point in this live stream right now on YouTube, TikTok Live, or here, the whole point is that it is okay to start over. It is okay to start over. You're not starting from scratch, especially if it's something you really want. So to end this, I'll hop off this and figure out what's for dinner. But I will attempt this one more time, and then I'll get a stretch. So that next Wednesday, hopefully I can show y'all that my flexibility is a little bit better. I've been sitting a lot in a chair at a desk, so it's been difficult on my back. It's been hard on my back, hard on my legs, because I'm just stuck in a position. So I got to stretch and keep that loose. So let's attempt this one more time before I get off here. I'm going to do handstand. After 8 months of not doing it. All right. All right. There we go. I did it for y'all. Hey, y'all keep on shining out there. Keep doing your thing. Don't stop. Okay. Sometimes it's lonely. You do it alone. You do it and everybody else is looking at you crazy. Especially, look, doing something like that. One, I would start doing it outside because I like to be outside in nature. And I didn't have a gym membership for a while. So I would do it in the gym, and still not a lot of people are doing that. So I'm looking like the odd one out, or people staring. Not that it's weird or anything, but like they want to see me do it. And so people are going to stare at you. So it's kind of hard to have eyes on you sometimes when you don't like that. But also doing it out in public. Sometimes I would just do it for myself. One, to like just be out in nature and put my hands on the ground. But also people are walking by and they're going to stare at you. So doing that also helped me practice doing something that's uncomfortable, which is really big. When you do something that's uncomfortable, you push yourself past your comfort zone of what's possible as well. And then you train yourself and show yourself that it's actually safe, that you can actually do it, that it doesn't matter. Like it's not that big of a deal, after you do it for a period of time. Some people call it exposure therapy. So you're exposing yourself to the things to then get more comfortable with it. Practice. Repetitions. I talked about this last week. Repetitions. You're putting in the reps. You just keep putting the reps in. Keep putting the reps in. It gets easier. One more thing before I leave. It made me think of this guy about putting the reps in. I was driving a couple days ago, and this dude was on the corner, and I just saw his arms like, I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like from behind, I'm like, what? Okay, what's happening? He's on the corner. What are you doing? And then he turned, and I could see he had weights in his hands, and he was just doing this while he's at the corner. Then the sign changed, and he ran with his weights. So he's like running and lifting weights. That's pretty wild. It's intense. Like, hey, do your thing. But I'm saying that because he's doing it in like sweats. It was cold out that day. That's putting your reps in. Because when it gets warmer, it's going to be easier for him. Those weights are going to be lightweight to him. That's just putting the reps in. It just gets easier after a period of time. It's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. But when you do that during that time, you can withstand so much more because you're intentionally exposing yourself to hard times. Now, still get your rest, eat your food, so your body is strong and capable to withstand all that stress because that affects your nervous system. Your nervous system affects your brain and your thoughts and things like that. But when you do that and you expose yourself to that, it makes life challenges easier to withstand because you're like, I got this. Like, of course, things are going to be hard, but it still makes it easier for you. It builds up that mental strength as well, not just your physical strength. Okay. It was something else I wanted to say on there real quick about, cold therapy, like people do ice baths or cold showers. Those are all exposing yourself to hard times. You choose your hard. Everything's going to be hard in life. Life's going to be hard. Okay, it's simple, not easy. It's going to be hard. But you choose your hard. Okay, whatever you choose, there's going to be something of resistance, friction there. But again, you show up every day and you're ready to take it on. Look, it gets a little bit easier, and you can make a little challenge out of it. Some people call it the game, however you want to look at it. But either way, I'm going to keep stretching so that this gets easier for me. I shocked myself, y'all. I'm not, you know what? Give myself a pat on the back. High five yourself, literally, scientifically proven. One, put you in a better mood. And anytime you do this doesn't mean something bad ever, does it? Anytime you do this, I do it in the mirror. You're signaling to yourself something good, okay? And so I'm doing that because I did a great job just now. One, getting on these lives, doing this even though I'm looking crazy. Okay, I got to retwist my hair. I washed it last night. And so I'm still getting on here doing that. But the main thing, the reason why I'm doing this is because of that handstand. I actually can still hold it. I still got it. Even after 8 months of not doing it at all. That's pretty crazy, in my opinion. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. But I'm going to stretch, and then we're going to get back to the handstands. And then I will take you on my journey of rebuilding my gut health, because that is so important. Your gut sends signals to your brain, and it affects your thoughts and everything like that. This is the book that I'm reading right now, Eat Smarter by Sean Stevenson. And he is a really cool guy. Look him up, Sean Stevenson. I listened to his podcast, YouTube video, that stuff, all of the things from him for a while now. Found this book for $4 at the public library this weekend, so I grabbed it. I have the audio book, but I like to have a physical copy in my hands as well. I already told you all on YouTube this, but this is what I'm reading right now, Eat Smarter. And I will take you all on the journey with me to eating better and rebuilding, healing my gut health, healing my hormones, which is the acne that you might see. And we're going to be doing this, and also on a budget too, because a lot of times when you look at health stuff and wellness and all this, and it does take supplements, it does take money to do labs, it does take these things, but I got my labs at a free clinic. I got that done. It did a full panel. I'm sure it could be more extensive. I could do a lot of other things, but again, if we're doing this on a budget, wellness does not have to be expensive. And especially with things right now, food's going up, gas going up, everything like that. Like, how do we still stay healthy in this environment? It's going to be important. So, all along on my journey, as I stretch and eat good and live life, and we all survive everything that's happening in this world right now. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Trenton. I love you. And next Wednesday, probably about the same time, sometime after 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be back live streaming, specifically on YouTube, but I've been jumping on TikTok too, so I may be on TikTok as well. If y'all want to keep joining me here, that's cool. Appreciate it. Tap the screen, give me some likes. I do appreciate that. It helps me out, and it's getting hot, and I'm gonna get off here doing all those handstands. But all right, y'all. Till next time, continue to shine on. That's it. Thank you. Appreciate those love, those likes. That really does help me out. And yeah, until next time, continue to shine on. Oh, continue to breathe. We release everything. Do what we can right now, and that's breathe and smile. And we can dance. We can move our body. You know, take care of ourselves. We got to be our number one fan. All right. Talk to yourself nicely. And until next time, continue to shine on, y'all. Love you and take care. All right. I'm going to get off of here and here.